Hello, everybody. This guy was making weird noises, but welcome to our podcast.
It wasn't noises. It was sound effects.
Let me just get through the beginning.
But don't start with a lie.
Okay, let's get through the beginning, and then we can dive deep into this.
But I want you to start with the truth.
I am starting with the truth. Welcome to the podcast.
You started
From
with a lie.
Vision to Success.
From vision to success.
Where we discuss everything from point A.
From point A.
To point B.
To point B.
And the messy in
between.
You're supposed to finish my sentence, man.
I know. I didn't know it was finishing. I thought it was echoing.
Anyway, so welcome. We're excited to have you here.
I know. I'm so pumped up. Thank you for having me here.
It is my podcast after all. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. You know that if we did this on our own, it wouldn't be as fun. If you did it on your own, it wouldn't be as fun.
It would be a lot of fun. If I just grabbed any random audience and replace you with it, substitute it, I would have equally as fun.
Really?
No.
I'm like, okay, the truth comes out.
No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't. You came in swinging. Oh, and then this one tried to scare me.
Oh yeah, I totally did. But I hit on the wrong spot. I hit in a spot where I have previously hit before. There we go. That's the right word. I was like, so yeah, that didn't work. I thought about it when you came downstairs screaming, Maria! Maria! I'm kicking! Literally the guy. I have a video actually. I was like, oh, I should be recording. That was...
And so between the stairs going down the stairs to my office, there is an L-shaped couch. Mm-hmm. And Maria was hiding behind the L shape.
But that was the last time where I hid and I scared you good. So I should have hidden somewhere else.
But here's the thing. And so I'm like taking baby steps. And as I'm rounding the corner, Maria's in the fetal position.
I am in the fetal position.
in the fetal position, head between her arms like this and recording.
No, I wasn't like that. I actually came up.
and butt in the air. And I was like, oh my God.
Butt was not in the air.
You were like upward dog style, whatever.
Upward dogs. That was not true.
What's it called?
Downward dog.
Downward dog. And so then I'm like, oh.
Upward dog.
And so like, I'm going to get her. And so then I couldn't contain my laugh, and then I was gonna actually.
No, that's not how it actually happened. His daughters was here. Isla and Vita were with him, and so they're like, "He's on the couch." They were just giving me a run-by-run play, and so then I popped out. Right by stills. I have the video. I wonder if you got startled. I feel like you got a little.
Well, for what?
When I popped up.
Oh no, I didn't. I saw you, dude. I saw you.
Anyway,
but in the air and everything.
Whatever. Anyway, so that is my commitment to you.
To do what?
To scare him. That is my commitment that I am making to you.
I give you my word. This is what we're gonna do.
It will be my dream come true to be hidden in his car. Okay, the best case scenario, me being in his car.
I will be swinging. I will be swinging. I'm telling you right now.
I'm gonna have to get something that I'm far away from you, but I will just like grab his arm and then but I have to make sure the car is not on and moving because I don't want to crash.
Maria, I will be swinging. Listen.
Can you imagine we hit something because I scared you?
You can't do it while I'm driving.
I'm not going to do it while
you can't do it while I'm driving. That's like the worst time to do it. But I will tell you.
Imagine, picture this. You're going somewhere, and I actually end up riding the whole way with you. And then when you get there, then I go for it. I mean, I'd be stuck somewhere unless I get Mike to come and pick me up.
I would never, ever bring you back.
I cannot wait. I'm going to do it.
You know how confident I am?
In what?
That you won't scare me?
Okay, do tell. Tell me.
Here's.
Okay, do tell.
Okay, and I'm publicly saying it right now.
Okay.
I gave you, today is January 20th.
Uh-huh.
I give you a full month from January to February 20th. An entire 30 days. I don't know how long that is. That you cannot scare me. If you do.
Why wouldn't I scare you for the next 30 days?
You won't, because you won't have an opportunity, because I'm smart. I'm smarter. I'm faster. I'm better.
You have.
Haven't you ever seen that meme?
Have you met yourself?
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, do you see the same person that...
I am a ninja. I am a Latino ninja.
Boom, 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 boom. When he comes down the stairs. Boom, 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 boom. Like burping and farting everywhere.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Your bodily sounds give you away.
So I'm telling you right now, from the 20th to 20th, January 20th to February 20th, I can guarantee.
You guarantee it.
I am guarantee. If by some fluke chance you're able to scare me, that book that I told you that I was going to get you if you're on time,
yes,
I will get you that book. Or you know what? Whatever book that you want. Doesn't matter the price. Doesn't matter the cost.
It does not matter the cost.
It does not matter the cost. It doesn't
All right,
matter.
people, you heard it here. There is a challenge that has come out to me for the next 30 days.
For the next 30 days.
I will have video evidence that we will play here.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, we'll do it.
100%.
Yeah, for sure.
And reminder, like I'm telling you right now, from in the next podcast, and let's plan it out.
So we have like 4 or 5 podcasts in between.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be fine.
Yeah, so the 20th, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So in the next 4 weeks, February 17th. You know what? I'm going to give you February 20th, 24th.
All right.
The last Monday.
The last Monday.
The last Monday of February.
Okay.
So you have the rest of January and all of February.
Oh, dang it. I was supposed to bring something for Tegan and I completely forgot. Sorry. I just totally remembered. Anyway, yes.
Can you be present?
Yes, I'm so sorry. That just came flooding. Yes, I am present. I will be back later. Oh, I shouldn't have told you. I could have scared you. Anyway, go ahead.
And this is another reason you'll never get me.
Yes,
you divulge so much.
100%.
Yeah.
I am like an open book.
So
so much.
So now that I know, that you're going to be here,
yeah.
I'm just going to leave. When you leave. I'm just going to be gone.
He's like, his plan of action is you not to be home.
My plan, I will rent a hotel. And I won't tell you where I am. I'll just show
That's his plan. That's how he's not going to get scared. He won't.
We'll do the podcast remotely. I just need an iPad. That's all I need. Yeah, dude. I will not see my children for the next 5 weeks.
Would it be scary if I find out what hotel you are and I like hide under the bed and I just pop out?
Dude, you deserve 2 books if you're able to do that.
I cannot wait. I'm so excited. This is the best challenge I've ever done. Cheers to that, Miguel. Let's cheers.
Listen to
Let's
me.
just cheers.
Cheers to that. I guarantee you. Now, hang on one second. What do I get?
With what?
If
what do you want? What do you want?
I want my book back.
I'll buy you a new book. How about that? I'll buy you that new book.
No, because I had it marked. The other one, my book, I had it marked.
Okay. I'll give you that book back. But I marked it too, man.
Has anybody?
I know I stole his book.
No.
You didn't even finish reading it. And when you
you took it.
Because I thought you gave it to me. I realized when you give me stuff, it means like give it back.
Have you ever had to has anybody ever borrowed something and they've had it so long you have to borrow it back?
First of all, I misunderstood how the book was given because I marked it. So you're gonna get my notes on it too.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, which is fine. I didn't mark it then I feel bad.
If
what I can do?
Did you finish it?
Yeah, I've read it like 3 times already.
Hang on one second.
I read it once a year. At least.
Reverse this. Hang on one second. You're telling me that you've borrowed my book.
And then I read it.
I was like, how many chapters? 13 chapters, whatever.
First of all,
hang on, time out. Let me rant.
You started. Let's go back to how the story originated.
Yeah, let's start it.
Okay,
go.
It was a brand new year.
It was a brand new year. Like, what did I say?
You said, "Oh my gosh, I'm gonna start this book and I'm gonna read like this amount of an hour a day." I don't know. You said something ridiculous,
I'm gonna read a book a month.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. When I borrowed the book, can I remind you when I borrowed it?
In the beginning of January.
No, I did not.
When?
March.
Because it wasn't my first book. It was my January.
You had not read it.
It was
and that's that because I told you I was like, oh no, that's all right. I can't. Something I don't know. We chatted about it, and you're like, no, man, I'm not reading it anymore. Yes.
I did not say that. I am I'm 5 chapters in, but if you, I'm like.
But you said that you were gonna be done a book a month. Mm-hmm. It was March, and you were still in your first book. So I thought clearly you stopped reading it.
This is not a good partnership.
Anyway, that's how it went down. So now what I will do, this is my commitment to you. I will buy you the book and I'll transcribe all your chicken scratch that you have on the sides.
They were good
I'll
notes.
write it.
They were good notes.
I will write it. I will transcribe the highlights and I will put it in.
And because I was so traumatized of that event, I never picked up another book again.
That's why He was like,
you made me break my New Year's resolution.
I made you.
You never return that book.
Lean into like you enjoy listening to books. You don't have to like reading is listening. So that's your thing. So you don't need the word on a piece of paper.
I like to study it out. I like to make notes and I like to do all these different things. But you took that away from me.
First of all, that was like one book 3 years ago that took you 5 months to get through like 30 pages. Let's be real. Let's be real, people.
Don't call me out like that. Not on live television.
100%.
Whatever. So there it is. The gauntlet has been laid, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
Maria Bunt has until February 20th.
Oh, we don't have our names on there. Did you see? Sorry, I just noticed. I was like, our names are not on there.
Oh, what's going on?
That's all right. You guys know who we are.
Yeah, I'm Miguel, not Maria. Yeah, what is I? They're here. Oh, you know what? Sorry.
Okay, now you know what I have to go through. He's toned down a lot when we are doing the podcast, but when the podcast ends, that's why you know where he is at all times.
I just finished eating meat.
Yes, he did.
And so it was, and I was worried that I was gonna get scared. So like I was still chewing.
It's your tonsils acting up. It's your cheesy bits. His tonsil stones.
I call them cheese curds.
That's so disgusting. Anyway, let's get into our podcast. Should we get into the meat potatoes?
The meat and potatoes, get it? So the gauntlet has been laid, ladies and gentlemen. Maria Bunt, the no chance woman.
No chance.
No chance. She has until February 24th to not only scare me, but it has to be documented.
Okay.
Because if you scare me and it's not documented, I will deny it. I will be saying that never happened. So you need evidence proof. You need proof.
Okay. I am down.
And then if you win in the next 4 or 5 weeks, and are you gonna hang on one second? Are you gonna recruit people like my family?
That's for me to know.
Then I should be allowed.
You can recruit whomever you want.
Mike, listen to me.
Okay, Mike, listen to him.
No, Mike, you freaking owe me. Listen, Mike. So I am going to tell you, confirm on the chat if you are watching or listening. Mike, listen to me. Bad boys for life, do or die. If the day that she would what?
I would have told Mike.
No,
would tell Mike.
She would tell you, oh, I'm going to go and scare Miguel. Send me a text message just to give me a heads up. Mike. Mike.
Do you hear the crickets?
Raquel, I know it's PA day today. I know you're watching.
The girl's sleeping. I should wake her up. Anyway.
I need to be forewarned. You can't that's not fair though. You can't recruit my family.
How else
how else are you gonna get in my car when it's locked?
Exactly.
That means you have to recruit my family.
Yes, exactly. So don't worry about it. We're good. Your mother-in-law is very on board with this.
I don't like my family. I'm telling you right now. They will step over my grave to get to anyone else.
So I'm excited. This is a good challenge. You said that nothing can scare you.
No,
so
I didn't say nothing can scare you. I said that you can't scare me because I'm faster. I'm better.
Okay, you're
quicker.
We shall see. We shall see.
Crap.
We shall see. So I'm very excited about this new challenge. This is a day of joy for me. A day that shall be remembered in the books as one of the greatest challenges that has gone down in the next 30 days.
It will never happen.
Okay.
It will never happen.
Okay. It will never happen, people.
It will never, ever happen. Well, I don't want to say never, but until the 24th.
What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. Do you guys think I can scare him?
Why?
Okay, first of all, this guy.
Why are you getting the people involved?
You should know that this guy, he's posted videos of him scaring Tegan, and he changed the color of the thing. It was like a black and white video. Do you remember that video? And then when she was freaking out, he slowed it down so it increased the reaction.
It started a chain, eh? Like in the ward. It was like a whole bunch of husbands started scaring their wives, and then they kept like
video recording,
tagging me. It was like, look what I did it too, and I was like, oh no.
I'm so excited. I thrive in scaring people. So
I like scaring. Yeah, no, I'm a good.
But you don't like to be scared. That's the thing. But if you dish it, you gotta be able to take it. It's part of the game.
Yeah, I don't think that's how it works.
It's part of the game.
No.
Is there nobody in your family that will hide and scare you?
Levi did once, and I almost punched him. It's a knee-jerk reaction. Not that I really wanted to hurt him.
I know, because I saw you. You punched Levi did scare, so I scared him, and then Levi popped out, and Levi scared him, and then he went and he like punched whatever it is that you have out there.
It's growing up in Scarborough.
His first reaction was to punch.
So
if I have a black eye, guys, you guys know why.
It wasn't Mike. It wasn't Mike. It was. That means Maria won.
Oh my gosh. That's horrible. That is horrible.
That means Maria won and she's getting a book worth the black eye.
I better get more than that book if I get a black eye. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you'll get a black eye. You'll get a book and a black eye. And then knowing that you won the competition.
Oh,
you get 3 things.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you can wear it with pride. All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the podcast. So we are extremely excited because we're talking about the second phase of R.A.D.
Mm-hmm. That is my personal favorite. Activity.
Activity. Now, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
When it comes to activity.
I don't know why I did that.
I know. It's so weird.
That's what you do.
What do I do?
You do. I was trying to do your echo.
What?
Okay, go on.
Oh, the
Oh my gosh. Okay, go on. Don't make it weird, man. I'm gonna sneeze.
Achoo, achoo, achoo. Ay, su madre. That's
Excuse
nasty. Check your sleeve, dude.
No, it's
you
not
left
good.
a friend.
No, I didn't. You guys can see.
Oh, I can see it from here.
Is there
So, ladies and gentlemen,
like, is there anything in my nose?
we have a guest on the podcast.
It's Boogie. We don't.
Martha Boogie.
Martha.
Martha Boogie.
I don't even know. You know what? People must log off by now. Like, we are so ridiculous. You have your chicken wing. I have my Martha.
We've named a booger on national television. Martha Boogie.
Okay.
She's Latina.
Okay, what was your question?
So what, when it comes to activity, and so here's when it comes to activity, what kind of activity are we talking about? Are we talking about what okay, let me what should be the foundation of activity? There you go. That's the question.
The foundation?
Yeah. Is it a brisk walk?
I think it can be anything that you feel like you'll do. So for you, it can be a brisk, if you're just starting out, a walk, anything to get you out of the house and get you outside. It could be a workout. I truly believe that after the age of 40, women need to be strength training. So for me, that would be something additional that I would add. But anything that gets your heart pumping.
I saw that post that you put up, and you're like, "This is 40."
Oh yeah,
dude, that was fire.
Listen, I'm
not here to. I don't want to like boast your ego and all that stuff, but that was a pretty good post.
Yeah, this is 40. Listen, I'm excited. I'm excited about aging because of the fact that I know that what I'm doing right now is going to take care of me when I'm 80. Yeah. Right. So that's my mindset. I'm like, I don't watch people who are younger than me. I actually get inspired by people who are older than me. I watch posts of people who are like 70, 80 at the gym, doing deadlifts, doing all these things. So,
well, you look like well into your 50s. So that was, I mean, that's why when I saw the post, this is 40, I'm like, holy fire. Yeah. Good job, dude. Good job.
Because I look 50, right?
Because you look 50.
I know, right? Yeah. The way I move, my body totally looks 50.
Well, yes. Yes. Just everything. Like,
oh my gosh.
Yeah. What was I saying?
So the post that I did, just to give it context, so the post that I did is I did a really hard workout at home, and I was so grateful for the workout because it was pushing me. But the other thing is that I this is my second time doing it, and I found it a whole lot easier than when I did it the first time. Because I do workout programs, they're X amount in length, and so sometimes I redo them, right? So this particular, I forget what it was called, the actual exercise, but it's like a burpee, and then you jump to the other side, and then you do a burpee, and then you had to do 12 of them. I was not nearly as winded as I was in the past. And I was able to get higher, and I was able to have better form.
Yeah. By the time that she ended, she like threw herself on her back, and she was like,
I couldn't breathe. It was amazing.
Good job, dude. Good job.
I thrive in those like feelings of like feeling like I can't breathe and feeling like I'm gonna throw up. Granted, not everybody's like that. Yeah. But I thrive under those feelings.
Yeah. The
Miguel.
What? Sorry. The
Distractions.
It's not distractions. What if it's an emergency?
Okay. Was it an emergency?
It wasn't. But
Okay.
it was a junk mail. So okay. So anything that will get you moving, you said.
Yep. Anything that will get you moving that's past your comfort zone right now.
Okay.
Because
should you be working towards something?
Yeah.
Which is?
Whatever. So I think for everybody, it's going to be different. I think like this podcast is from vision to success, right? You have to have a vision of what you want to be able to accomplish, what you want your future you to be able to do. Because if you don't have that, you know, in the scripture it says where there's no vision, people perish. Mm-hmm. If you don't have any kind of idea where you're heading, you're going to give up because you're just not, there's nothing pulling you towards that. There's no roadmap. There's no strategies. There's nothing that's pulling you towards that, right?
That should be our tagline, dude.
Which one?
Where there's no vision.
The people perish, right?
Yeah.
Such a good. I know. Honestly, the scriptures are true. Like the Bible, dropping bombs left, right, and center. But I love that because it in reality is true. If you don't have a vision, you don't have anything compelling. You don't have anything that's gonna get you up at night. You're gonna end up letting the world dictate what you spend your time on. You're gonna end up letting the world dictate how you feel about yourself. You're gonna end up even the people around you dictate what you do with your life, right? So
yeah, no, I agree. So when I was working for the Canadian Mental Health Association, mm-hmm. they were talking about like, and I think you need a little bit more, but for them, the according to their studies, right? And you always have to be careful when it comes to studies because like depending on the studies, depending who's pushing it,
there could be some conflicting.
You're gonna get the results that you're looking for, right? But I do agree with this to a minimum that it says that what you need is 30 minutes 3 times a week where your heart is elevated. Mm-hmm. And doing that is as powerful as some antidepressants that are out there.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm not joshing and I'm not like biffing on medication. I think it's important where it is important and all this other stuff, right? But all I'm saying is that, which is interesting stat, that working out 3 times a week for a minimum of 30 minutes where you're getting your heart elevated, mm-hmm. which is the key elevation, mm-hmm. heart elevation.
Like if you're walking or you're doing something and your heart rate is anywhere between 60 to 90, it's not really doing much.
Yeah, it's good. I think it's good for your mental health.
Yeah.
Right? That's getting out and
yes.
just fresh air and doing the five senses walk, right? I think all of that stuff is what are you on the phone for?
No, I'm trying to see if we have comments because nothing is popping up. Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway.
do we have comments, guys? Guys, say something on the chat so then we might make sure that they're all like here.
Okay, just making sure. We just wanted to make sure that we are seeing them if anybody's commenting because sometimes technology. We're like, hi.
I'm just gonna put
talk to us.
Hi. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, we got somebody from Wee Wigglers. Hey. How are you? Well, that's important.
Okay.
Hi. Hey. Oh, somebody from MTClife. I love it. All right, cool. Let me just like these two. Okay. So, as 3 times is as powerful as some antidepressants that are out there. Now, I believe. So, I have a friend. She was on all these like dietary pills, her blood pressure, diabetes, and all these different things. She started introducing like activity in her life where mm-hmm. it was, heart elevation, going for those beyond brisk walks where it's just getting your heart palpitating. And she starts like
slimming down, I guess.
It's not only slimming down, but some of the medications, she's like, I don't need them anymore. She's regular now, right? And so
my background, when my background is nursing, and
tell us all about you because it's all about you right now. What did you go to school for? Tell her how you're nursing. Better than everybody else right now. Go.
It's better than you.
No. So in my profession, after years of training as a nurse,
no, because in all honesty, there's a lot of. I feel like as a nurse, you don't get trained in nutrition.
Okay.
You don't get trained in that aspect. You get trained in symptom management. That's what you get trained in.
So tell us how you're better than everybody. Go. Go. We're all on pins
I am
and
not. Listen, but what I do have to say is that one of the things that we used to coach our patients with regards to diabetes, type 2 diabetes, because that's the one that you acquire based on your lifestyle, and high blood pressure. These are all lifestyle diseases, right? meaning that is based on the stress levels that we have in our lives, is based on our nutrition, and it's based on our activity level. If you are able to manage those three, then you're able to manage diabetes, type 2, well, even type 1. You're able to manage heart disease, and you're able to manage your mental health.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, I am not for, and I don't want to turn this into like an opportunity to cancel Miguel Martinez.
Let's cancel him.
You're not.
Cheers. Cancel him. Say something ridiculous. Listen, do you not see how people like talk so much ridiculousness out there?
I know.
So go ahead, be ridiculous.
No, I'm not being ridiculous.
Go, say your point of view.
Stop being a bully.
Stop being scared.
I am scared. It's my livelihood. So it's I don't agree with body shaming.
Absolutely. I don't think anybody majority of people shouldn't.
Well, body shaming. But I also don't agree at the same time that just because you might be overweight, is that the proper term?
Yes.
Right? That you should never body shame anybody. But I do believe that when you are healthier and it comes to weight, that you're able to open up more doors for opportunities when it comes to living longer, right? Activity, certain things that you want to do. You know, some people want to go mountain climbing, but they wouldn't be able to or rock climbing or doing certain like windows of opportunities and chances to do other things that you want to do opened up when you are healthier.
So this is the thing that you're saying. You're saying a healthy weight. Now, it's important to know that a healthy weight looks different on everybody.
Right.
I wish I would have known that when I was younger, because here I was berating myself when I was younger, and I was a healthy weight. And I thought that I was like the chunkiest child ever. And I was so mean to myself because I attached my worth to my weight. But now, going forward, I'm like, I weigh anywhere between, I would say right now, I'm like anywhere between 152 to 157.
Yeah.
But that's my natural, like, healthy weight. I eat well, I exercise.
But you also have muscle.
I do have muscle, right?
Yeah.
But in the past, had I continued that mindset that there's something wrong with my weight, I would be rooting for like 110, and it will never be possible. Like, I will look sickly for myself to be 110.
Yeah. We just got a subscriber for YouTube.
Oh, nice. Hey, thank you for subscribing.
Thank you for subscribing, people.
But yeah, and so that's why, like, when it comes to weight, I am such an adamant person with regards to, it's important to know your weight as a mean of tracking, but it's not an end all be all. I remember watching this show. Was it called Extreme Makeover? No, it wasn't Extreme Makeover. This was actually a better show where they would do healthy changes as far as their nutrition. They would do healthy. Can we put your phone on like
That was my brother. Should I answer it?
What? No, why would you answer right now?
I know. Because we know what happened last time.
Anyway, with regards to the weight, okay, so I was watching the show, right? Yeah. And this woman who came on the show, she was like 220 pounds, but she was tall, like basketball player tall. And she was talking about her weight, and she was talking about how much she felt limited by it. They did healthy changes. They did a diet, exercise, mental health, and all that stuff. I think she lost 10 pounds, and they told her, this is your healthy weight. Her healthy weight was 210 pounds. Yeah. So the mental, like the mental aspect or the mindset aspect of it is that they worked with her to kind of wrap her mindset around being okay with being this weight and not having this pressure to fit this certain standard of what we believe weight should be. Yeah.
And so, also, I used to work for an insurance company, right? And there was this one, I think I told this story before, where I went to this one guy, and he was like muscular, like he was a big guy, right? But because his muscle's heavier than fat, and because this guy his ideal weight would have been 200, but he had an additional 20 pounds of muscle. Of lean muscle, right? Like this guy was eating healthy and all this other stuff, but he was 220. So to his height and his age, he should have been around the 200 mark, but he came in and scaled at a 220. And so then they gave him a premium price. And we try to fight it. And we're like, this guy is not unhealthy. Like this guy is incredibly healthy. Like he's got the bod, he's eating well and all these different things. He goes, yeah, but according to this chat, body height, he is overweight. And so absolutely. So we're not talking about, find out what your ideal weight is. And if you are working out, understand that the muscle that you have, it is going to add pounds to that ideal weight that you have, according to the chat or chart. But what I'm talking about is overweight. Like people,
when your weight is causing you problems, when it's causing you mobility issues, health issues, even a healthy weight can cause self-esteem issues. So I don't want to say self-esteem, but it's causing you issues. At that point, that is a place that it's good to visit. It's good to know where you are, because whatever we track improves, but it's important not to attach so much to the weight.
Yeah. Value is not based on...
Oh my gosh. You are driving me nuts. You literally are driving me nuts. This guy's phone has rung.
No.
His watch has gone off twice.
What do you want me to do?
He's busy reading it. Stop reading it.
People like me. What do you want me to do?
What, the junk mail that you just
This
received?
is not a junk. This is a father asking about his children. What do you want me to say?
I'm busy.
Yeah, I'm
Call
busy.
you back.
So Mike just joined us, and he's wondering what I miss.
You missed that you have to back up your wife 100%.
No. That's not what we talked about. Mike, here, welcome back, Mike. Thank you for joining us. Here's what's going to happen. We have a little bet happening. She tried to scare me. Watch the podcast. Go back later. Watch the podcast. But she tried to scare me. She failed horribly.
Yeah. Okay.
She was found not in a fun position. But anyways, and so she tried to scare me. She failed horribly. I told her that she is inadequate when it comes to the art of scare. Now that I know that she's chasing me, that she's after me, that's her biggest mistake. She lost the element of surprise. So this is all I said. From now until February 24th, you cannot scare me. Impossible. And if you do scare me by some miracle, like we're talking about Moses parting the Red Sea kind of miracle, right? If she happens to scare me, then I'm going to buy her any book that she wants from now until February 24th. I told her that she couldn't recruit people, and she said to screw off. So then what I said, then I can recruit people, and I'm recruiting Mike. Mike, the day that she's going to decide to come over and scare me randomly, you need to send me a text message and say, hey, she's on her way. We can even have a code, pineapple, whatever the case is, right? You text me pineapple, I know that she's coming. And in the meantime, I'm just going to live in a hotel.
That's his course of action. Hotel.
Yeah, that's my big thing. Mike, type agree or type Mike, type pineapple if you agree. Remember you owe me, number one. And remember, blood brothers, ride or die. That's all I'm saying. I want to see Mike's comment.
All right, we'll see. Anyway, back to our topic.
I am praying that he writes pineapple.
Maybe he'll put an emoji. He'll just send you a pineapple emoji.
Yeah. Anything. I'll accept anything at this point. Anything, Mike. But so I do agree. I also do agree though. And so here's the thing that I'm having a hard time is that people that are extremely overweight,
okay,
that there's this mentality, well, I just love myself and I don't have to change and I'm fine the way that I look, and which is fine. And I don't believe in shaming them 100%. I don't believe in any of that stuff, but what I do believe is that I'm happy that they love themselves, which is great. I wish that I can take whatever they feel, duplicate it and plant it in everybody's heart. But at the same time, they're going to experience a lot of health issues if they don't change their healthy habits. Do you understand?
Yeah, I like how you're like very mindful.
I'm trying to be as careful as I am. I think everybody should love themselves no matter how they look like, no matter what weight or whatever. I just believe that you will live a better quality of life if the person does take certain changes to.
But that's the difficult part. I'm like, we cannot change anybody, right?
And I'm not saying I'm going to force to. Mike, are you serious? She just he typed nothing.
Maybe there was supposed to be a pineapple there, but it just didn't come up.
Not cool, Mike. So I'm not saying I want to go and change somebody. I think change is a choice.
For sure, right?
Right, change is a choice. I'm just saying I would encourage or I would invite. I'm never forcing anybody. I would never force anybody, but I would just invite you to explore, experiment, or even contemplate on making possible. Right?
It's about, okay, so Mike B says it's about health. Weight may or may not be a part of it. Yeah. The choices of being active, do you mean? Or making a choice to be healthy. I think the sticky part sometimes, and I don't know, just coming from a woman's perspective, I have battled with, like I told you before, I put so much importance on my weight in the past, right? And that was very triggering for me for X amount of years. And I really tried really hard. And in the current place where I'm at, I had some weight gain during the holidays.
Okay.
And I didn't like it. I just didn't like the way that I felt. And it honestly was not, my clothes were fitting tighter, but it was mostly, it had to do that I felt fatigued. I felt bloated all the time. I just felt gross, right? So that's why a couple weeks ago, I started to make a shift in my eating and all that stuff. But to be honest, I haven't weighed myself because I did not want weight to be one of the factors when it comes to my healthy eating.
See, but I'm not talking about weight though.
You're talking about just overall health benefits, but I'm like, everybody does it in their own time. Everybody does it when they're
100%.
ready, right?
But then that's not what I'm saying either. 100%. I agree with everything that is being said.
Yeah,
That's
it's
not
just
what I'm
that
saying.
you invite.
I what I'm saying is
That you wish you could invite
no, not wish.
persuade?
I do invite. Right?
Yeah.
Not that I wish. I do invite, and don't. See, I think when people be like, "Well, I'm just happy the way that I am," it's because it's tied to. It's not tied to. It's tied to like them not wanting to change. Right?
Well, maybe it's scary because change is scary, right?
All that other stuff. And
I'm like, maybe you feel like you're gonna fail again, so you're like, why even try?
All of that stuff. But what I'm here to say is that there's a massive support system for people out there.
Okay, so there we go, right? So if you
you agree with that?
Well, yeah, no, I did. I do agree with what you say, but I think it's such a difficult. It's not a difficult conversation. It's just a conversation that doesn't go anywhere really, because we're talking about individuals who may not be ready or want to at this point, and that's totally okay, right?
Yeah.
The only people who you and I can like encourage is those people who are ready, who are like, hey, maybe I want to adopt some healthier lifestyles. I want to do this, but I'm confused about how to do it.
Yeah.
I think you have to be in that place to find what we're saying valuable. If you're not in that place, then you're gonna hate us for saying what we said.
So yes. So yes and no. Like I
absolutely yes. There's no yes and no.
No, yes and no.
Okay, what do you mean? What's no about it?
I'll tell you what the no about it is.
Okay, tell me.
Is that I never want anybody to be in a position that like you have to change somebody.
No,
I've been in that position where it was told to me.
About what? Changing.
Oh, you should do this and you should do that and all this other stuff, and just the natural body's to push back. Mm-hmm. Right. It's it goes deeper than just weight and mentality. It's at a spiritual level actually. Right. So some members of the church of some Christians, they believe that there was a war before we came here, and this is not a religious podcast. So all I want to say is that there's this thing about that we came here on earth, and before we came to earth, that there was this war in heaven. Right. It's all over the Bible, but it wasn't a war with weapons. It was a war of words. Mm-hmm. Right. It was and it was just kind of like trying to convince people. Some people, whatever, and other people fought back against that because there is a natural instinct to push back against anybody that is pushing you to want to do something. Mm-hmm. And if we take a look at all the wars in the world today, right now, it's that very same essence. It's one country trying to push ideologies and principles and government on another one, and the other one's like, no, we want freedom, we don't want anything to do with you. And they push back. If you take a look at any war from beginning to end to now, it's always been around the base of free will, and then people pushing back is because they want their free will. So I've been in the position where people have told me, do this, do that, get an education, do this, do all this other stuff or whatever, and I've pushed back. Even though it sounds great, I've pushed back. So I can only invite. My invitation is that if you are on a weight category that it's not healthy, right? That we're not talking about because lean muscle man, like just not healthy. Whatever it is that's stopping you from wanting a desire to progress, then I invite you to look for resources. There are so many resources out there. There's so many programs. There's so many people. There's motivators. There's podcasts. There's books. There's diets. Talk to your doctor. All that other stuff. Don't just sit back and be like, well, this is who I am, and my last option is just to love me for who I am or whatever. There are other options out there, and I just invite you to explore those other options. Right?
I've had this issue before too, and I remember really kind of like, what's the word that you use? Irked.
Yeah.
When you're like it really did irk me, I guess, in a way, because sometimes I feel the same with the concept of self-love. Self-love is accepting where you are and being compassionate with yourself, right? But it's always about continual growth. And I think the way that we feel fulfillment is through continual progression. And that's not just like, we're not just talking about weight, but we're just talking overall, right? Yeah. I think that's a pattern that we have, that the way that we feel fulfilled, the way that we build confidence, the way that we build self-worth, the way that we see ourselves is built through the actions that we take. If we get to a place where, I mean, acceptance as love is great, but if we just saying it outwardly and in the inside it feels a little bit different, then I would go along with what you're saying. Like, I'd invite you to kind of challenge that thinking. And it doesn't have to do anything necessarily with weight, but just overall see areas of your life where you can continue to grow. I will say that if you are in a place where you just want to grow in a different area, like you just want to grow in any area, and maybe health is not right now something that you feel confident in, choose another area, because that area will build confidence for you to tackle any other place in your life.
Self-love shall never be a second choice.
No.
Or as a last resources. It's the only thing that I have. Self-love should be and needs to be your first choice.
Well, and let's talk about the word love. Like, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
So self-love should always be the first choice. Because see, when self-love is your last choice, then you accept anything like, well, I don't want to lose weight, or I don't want to develop, I don't want to go back to school, whatever. So I'll just love myself, and then I'm going to be happy, right? It should be self-love should be the first choice, because then when that happens is that I love myself so much, right? So much. Doesn't matter how I look, doesn't matter who I am, but I love myself. And because I love myself, I want to progress.
Yeah.
And then therefore, I'm going to seek for help. I'm going to seek for an education. I'm going to seek for employment opportunities. I'm going to seek for body weight reduction and all these different things. But you do it because you love yourself and you just want to get to a better stage, right? But when it's a last resource, like, I can't do this, I don't want to do this, I'm scared of this and all this other stuff. Well, the only thing that I have to left going is love. And I'll just love myself. That's what I don't agree with. It's where you put the love. The love motivates whatever. It shouldn't be a last resource. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I was reading this book recently, and it talked about the progression of change, and it talked about whenever we start something that we want to do, it feels impossible, and then so there's 4 stages: impossible, possible, probable, and given, right? And he talked about how when we want a life that's different than what we have, and we feel overwhelmed with not knowing the how, and that's the first question we ask. Like, we're like, okay, we want this, but I don't know how. It feels discouraging, and it feels like we can't do it, because in all honesty, if we knew how, then we would have already done it. Yeah. And so 100%. That's where the discrepancy comes, where you feel like other people can do it, but you can't. So the challenge that he gave is, he's like, how is not a bad question to ask, but it's the wrong first question to ask. The best question to ask when you are exploring these things that you feel like are impossible to you is, what if? So whatever it is, like, what if, put whatever it is that you want in there. What if you did that? How would your life be different? How would your community be different? Yeah. How would your family be different? How would you feel about yourself and all that stuff, right? He's like, when you do that, it opens creativity. It opens it removes the resistance that we feel as far as like not being able to like, when we feel like overwhelming that we can't do it, it removes that. And then once you can see yourself in that light, or saying, okay, if I was to do this, it would create this for my life. I do want it. And you feel that desire, and you kind of feel that pull, that vision. Yeah. Then at that point, you can ask the how. And the how is what makes it possible. Yeah. And then when you act on the how, then it makes it probable. And then through your actions, then it's given, right? If you continually do the things that you do.
It's what I say all the time, right? The how, the why, the what, the probable. I said that. I said in the podcast last week.
I'm sorry. I keep plagiarizing your stuff. I don't know how you do it.
This is what I don't agree with, right? It's like, I drop all these truth bombs on you, and then you're like, yeah, I was reading this book. And I was like, I said that last week.
Just give credit where credit is due,
I
right?
said it last week. Yes.
I know. I'm sorry.
And we cannot forget here, Mike, like, typing in a blank space, it doesn't mean anything right now. I want words, buddy. Type pineapple and let me know that you are on my side. Text it to me, man. I've been answering my texts all day.
I know. Don't text it to him.
Mike, text it, buddy.
Anyway, so that is what we have to say with regards to mindset. I want to ensure that we clarify as well that even though we did talk about weight, this is really a personal choice and a personal decision. And I just want to ensure that we clarify that.
The what?
Oh, did he text you?
No.
Anyway,
You want to ensure what?
No, I just want to ensure that when we bring it back, because we did spend the last 5-7 minutes talking about weight, that our audience knows that weight is such a personal decision. Everybody's different.
Yes.
So please, when you're making goals, make goals that are aligned with your body type, and also don't make these huge goals that feel so overwhelming that you can't do it.
100%.
If weight loss is where you want, and that's totally okay. I've had weight loss goals. There's nothing wrong with having a weight loss goal because I do feel.
What was that word? Rewind
I can't say it. Weight loss.
If you have problem with the goal, you
that honestly. But
sound like an octopus is trying to get out.
No, but I do feel like we're now in a place that if you do have a weight loss goal, all of a sudden you're I can't say that word. Whatever.
Say it again. Dude,
weight loss goal?
Don't just dismiss a phenomenal joke that I just dropped. You can't just be like, okay, whatever. That was an incredible joke.
What joke? I totally missed it.
You're talking exactly. You're talking like if an octopus is trying to get out.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, that was a fire comment. And then you were like, and then still
I cannot even say that word. Anyway,
so
if you have a goal to lose weight, let me just switch it. Why even fight it? If you have a goal to lose weight, I do want you to know that it's okay to have a goal like that.
Like what?
A goal to lose weight. If that's a goal, because I have a goal to like lose a little bit of the weight that I did gain, but that's not my priority though.
If I don't speak in English, say it differently.
I do. Shush. But because the only reason why I'm saying that is because sometimes I am in mom groups. Mom groups are sometimes the worst, right? Because it's just a lot of opinions.
I wouldn't know.
Anyway, if you're a mom, you're a woman, and you are in mom groups, you know how ridiculous mom groups can get, right? So I have seen people be shamed for the fact of saying that they want to lose weight.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so if that's your goal, that's totally okay. I feel like that's an okay goal. What I feel like your first goal should be is more of a positive goal that is more aligned how you want to feel and how that weight that you're losing is going to help you to feel how you want to feel.
Which is everything that I've been talking about over the last 20 minutes.
Right.
With the
I know, like the octopus coming out of my mouth.
Nothing
I believe it.
tentacles.
I felt it coming from here. I don't know why.
Just like one tentacle.
That's so gross.
Mike, man.
I'm surprised we even have viewers. Thank you guys for.
Mike, what the freak, dude? Tell me.
Let him be, man. He's working.
No, he's not. He is on. He had enough time to put here. It's about health weight, not
He did put
football offense lineman or marathon runner. Who's different in body weight and health? Who cares? I don't care about that comment. Mike, pineapple, buddy. Pineapple. Freak.
You do know, can I just say, you do know what that means when you go on a cruise, right?
No, what does it mean?
You don't know what a pineapple means when you go on a cruise? Okay.
I've had tons of pineapples. Is that like I've gone on 2 cruises and I love my pineapple.
No. Okay, so if you ever walk and you see a pineapple that's upside down on a cruise,
stop.
On the door.
What does it mean?
They're doing it? No, it means that the couple is open for swinging. And so yes. That's what I was.
Mike, put pineapple. No, I mean no. You got that camera.
Can we just like delete that? Can we just think about it?
I didn't mean it.
Oh my gosh, Miguel.
I'm talking about me and Mike going on a date night.
This is where we log off. This podcast will not be found anywhere. We will delete it.
I said it and I realized.
I'm so glad that we don't hopefully we don't have a lot of viewers today.
I meant me and Mike going out on dates because me and Mike love each other. I want nothing to do with you. I want Mike. Mike, that's why I said pineapple.
First of all, can we this is just weird. End the conversation. End the conversation.
It's
just
bro
move on.
romance, man.
Just move on, man.
And that's why I was hurt so much when he chose you over me.
We were all shocked.
We were all shocked.
I was like, what?
I said it, I would pineapple, and then it took me a good 5 seconds to realize that's not what I meant.
Oh my gosh. I'm so glad that if you didn't hear it live, we're gonna delete this podcast when we're done.
I am red. I am flushed.
Can we just anyway, let's move on. Our topic was activity. Not pineapples.
Mike is such an awesome guy, man. Mike, let us know if you're still there.
Maybe we should just end the podcast. Like,
no, I'm not. We are not ending it on that note. That is not. This is something that we need to talk.
Okay. Anyway, so tell me. Okay, so our topic today was with regards to activity, right?
Yeah.
What do you feel a healthy routine would be for somebody who's starting out and they want to incorporate activity into their life? Like, what would you recommend?
Well, I like what Mike did. So I think it's important. I think that a lot of people, what they do is come January, they try and ride the momentum. Like, oh, I need to be healthy, and they go get a membership, and all, but they don't have really a plan.
Yeah.
And so without a plan, you're destined to fail, right? Mm-hmm. And so it's like jumping in a car, and I'm like, I want to just drive north. I like the northern lights, and I'm just gonna drive.
But you have no idea where you're going.
If you don't know where, if you don't know where you're gonna go, eventually that gas is gonna run out. And if you didn't plan your pit stops, you're gonna find yourself dead in the water, right? Mm-hmm. So I think you have to start with a plan. And Mike started it off correctly. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, he would always start like a gym plan or like a muscle plan, working out plan. And then he would always fail. But then because this time around he started with a plan, he stuck to it longer.
Yeah. He started this was 2 years ago. He's actually been going to the gym consistently for 2 years. Yeah. And he started in November. And that's exactly what he did. He started with a plan. He allowed himself to prep November and December. Yeah. And he started going to the gym in December. Yeah. And he's been, it's going to be 2 years. Yeah.
So I agree with that. So for anybody that wants to, I'm a firm believer in that. You can't just throw yourself in there. And I mean, I see it in the gym all the time. This is the worst for me. People that have been going to the gym consistently, and Maria and I, we've had these conversations. She doesn't agree with me.
What do you mean with what? I don't agree with
that.
What?
All like the amount of gym memberships that come through, and then you can't even get to the machines. Yeah. It's because of all. And so for somebody that goes constantly, it's a point of contention.
It's a pain point.
It is. It is. It's a point of contention, especially in the change rooms, right? And you want to be respectful. You don't want to talk whatever. But when you see somebody that's been there, consistently, and it's like, oh man, I couldn't even get to all the machines. So it's like it bothers them because they can't even hit or do a machine or an area, or the weights are all over the place, whatever. Because you get this flux of people coming in. And then come February, March, it dies down again.
I think it's January 19th where 50% of people who sign up for a gym no longer go. Yeah.
So I would recommend, back to your question, is I agree with, yes, new beginnings, January. You should definitely, if going to the gym, working out is a part of your plan and you want it to be a part of your plan, 100%. You can even get a membership. That's fine. I don't care. What I'm saying, but before you hit the gym, you have to go in with a plan.
Yeah, I agree.
In a plan, you need to either do your research, you need to, and it doesn't have to be a perfect plan either. Because if you're waiting for the perfect plan, then you'll never go, because it's never going to happen, right? So, but go on YouTube, watch some videos, download an app, read a book on diets and activities, and talk to people who are in the fitness world and get their opinions, whatever. And even if you just have a 10% plan or a 20% plan that it's not a well laid out, go there. Start with that. Or start with a 5%, 10%, and then work your way to a perfect plan. But just without any direction, just going to the gym, you will tend to fail, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You'll get demotivated, you run out of gas, you burn out.
Well, you don't have a plan, right? You don't have actionable steps, so you have no idea. Like, maybe the plan is just to get there, but then you get there, and then what do? You're gonna follow what other people are doing, but you have to remember these people have been at the gym, maybe some of them years. So here you are trying to live like they are, when that's not where your body is at. So
and it's not, and it goes beyond just the activity, the workout, but it's like the post. When you're done working out, what should you be eating? Right? What time should you be
even
going
like
to bed?
Gym etiquette? Learn gym etiquette, right?
Oh my gosh! Like, wipe down your benches, put the weights back, all of this other stuff, right? That you should really, really talk to people. And then, and this is the thing is, right? When you go to the gym and follow gym etiquette, you automatically imprint with all the other with the other people, right?
Yeah.
Learn to ask for help at the gym.
Yeah.
Right.
Learn to listen. If somebody's giving you advice, then learn to listen and follow that advice.
But learn to ask for help. If you're doing a bench press, if you're doing a whatever, and you need a spotter, ask for a spotter. That simple act of asking for help, you will make friends for life.
Yeah, I agree.
Right, it's brothers in iron, right? And so it's you just go there, and then you're on your last rep, you're on your last set, and you're like, hey, do you think you can help me? And then they help you, and it always happens, right? You push, you do it, and then they give you the props.
Yeah,
it is like you've just made a friend for life, right? Yeah. So it's all of these different things.
Even like be serious about the workout. Put your phone away. My biggest pet peeve is people that are on their phones and on the benches. Get off the phone, get off the bench, or taking pictures. Yeah. I don't care if you do videos of your stats and stuff like that. That's not like that doesn't bother me. But don't be talking to people while you're blocking someone from using it, right? Or be distracted. Why are you on your phone when you're supposed to be working out?
Yeah, listen to your music, put on airplane mode, and then that's it, right?
I know distractions are going to get the best of you. So you need a plan for all of that. And then you need to figure out, okay, when like distractions happen or when this happens, what am I going to do? So I think there's when it comes to activity, I totally agree with you. There needs to be a vision with where you want to be and why are you doing the activity? What's the purpose of you working out? You have to figure that out so you have an anchor.
Yeah, because a football player's gym plan is going to be different than a hockey player's gym plan.
Yeah.
Right? So figure out what your end goal is. If it's just to look good, if it's just to be healthier, if it's to go a flight of stairs without losing your breath, if it's just to play with your kids. Like that's what I started. So before I got married, I was hardcore in the gym, and then I got married and I just stopped working out and I started gaining weight. Mm-hmm. And I was playing with my firstborn. He ran up the stairs and I ran up with him. And I still remember the room started spinning. You
were winded.
Yeah, but I was on top of the stairs.
Yeah.
And so even though the room was spinning, I was still conscious and I was like, I cannot fall down. So I grabbed the rails in the wall and I'm just like holding myself there. And I'm like, this is not, like I want to walk my kids down the aisle, right?
Yeah.
And that decision was made when he was 2 years old. When I chased him, 3 years old, because he was already running through about 3-4 years old, running up the stairs. And so that would have been 15 years ago when I decided I need to get back into shape, right? And it was to have a healthier lifestyle. I wanted my clothes to fit better. I wasn't competing. I wasn't playing sports. I just wanted to look good and feel good.
Yeah, I think for me, in my journey of weight loss and all this stuff, at first when I used to over focus on weight and just wanting to lose weight, I would lose weight, but then it was like a panic loss weight where I lost it, but in my mind I was still the same weight.
Oh wow!
So what would happen is that I would gain the weight back again, right? Yeah. It wasn't until I actually had Raquel where I had gained a ton of weight. I didn't feel good about myself. I was trying to do the same things that worked for me before. The previous times when I lost a ton of weight, I was calorie counting, like severely calorie counting. And then I was spending 2 hours at the gym. And I thought I could do the same thing. Obviously, I couldn't. I was a mom of 3 by that. And I remember going somewhere. It was actually a church activity. And the person that was running the church activity was like some type of health thing. And she talked about the reason why she took care of herself was because she didn't want her daughter to look in the mirror and to be grabbing and tugging at her body thinking of that. Yeah. So that became my first why. Yeah. And that got me through like a plateau of 60 days. So I started working out. I hit a plateau for 60 days. I felt great, but no weight loss. But because I had such a strong why, it kept me through and I lost 50 pounds the first year. Yeah. And then after that, like that's still my big motivator. But I think my big why now, or the reason why I work out, is because I love being 40 and being able to do all this stuff.
You look 51.
I know.
So that's
whatever.
The fact that you are, good job.
I love being 40, and when we have youth activities, I love being out there and participating, and like when we were playing dodgeball that one time and like whipping the kids with the ball, I freaking loved it. Chasing them, yes, right? Yeah. I'm all for that. And then I also love the fact that I can think about me aging and still aging in strength and knowing how to take care of my body. So as you continue to work out, you will find that your why changes, or your vision, or your reasons why, but it's important to have something that anchors you at the beginning and then a plan.
Yeah.
So your plan was the gym.
My plan was the gym. So to answer your original question, Yes, activity is very important. But I lost what I was gonna say.
Yeah, so let me go with what I was gonna say before you rudely interrupted me.
You asked me the question. You asked me the question.
Anyway, go ahead. Yes. What were you gonna say?
That's what I was gonna say. Having an active lifestyle, you can never go wrong.
Mm-hmm. You'll never regret working out.
That's where I was looking for regret. You will never regret by being active. You might regret being not active.
You will regret being not active because then you're gonna look at your kids, your grandkids. You're gonna be winded. You're gonna feel fatigued. You're gonna feel bloated. Like there's all these other things, and you don't know what life out there will be like for you if you're active. And once you experience that life, it's gonna be easier to even get more anchors.
Yeah. So this is our second part of R.A.D. So first one was rest, the importance of rest.
My
Second
favorite.
one is that
I'm better.
Her kryptonite. The second part is activity, and then next week we're gonna talk about diet. And just so and we were talking earlier, like I'm not a big fan of these hardcore carnivore.
That's what he says.
I'm not like juicing. I'm gonna juice for 60 days, and I'm like that. All that stuff is not sustainable, right? And so,
why, you know from experience, right?
100%.
Let's be honest.
I've tried them all, and
exactly. It's from experience. This man is talking about. Not like I'm not a fan, but it's because I've heard the diets that you've been on.
Yeah, some of these diets were like, I can't even believe. Like, why didn't you say something when I was like?
Well, what do you want me to say? You don't listen to me anyway.
You're right. I don't.
You don't. You just do. You're like,
But I am on this. But I am on this thing. It's called the Olympian diet, and this one I do believe in because I was doing it already. I'm just getting rid of certain things. That's all.
Mm-hmm. And so last week I came in and he's like, I'm on a carnivore diet.
I never said I was on a carnivore diet. I never said.
You said.
Rewind the tape.
Yes, you said it. You said it to me when I came in. That's why.
It's a modification of the carnivore diet.
That's what you said today. No, but when you told me last week, you said carnivore diet, and then we were doing the podcast, you were saying you want to go back to juicing, and I was like, wait a minute. I was like, what?
This woman doesn't hear anything that I say.
Hold up. Today I come in and he's like, I'm on the Olympian diet. No. I'm like, what? It's been like I'm getting whiplash. It's been 7 days, Miguel, and you've been on 3 different diets.
Maria, you heard it here first. Maria's on a drinking problem. She's doing drugs. Like, what the heck? I've never said any of that stuff. I said, and we will rewind it.
Yes,
last
let's rewind
week,
it.
That I'm on the Olympian diet. It's like a carnivore diet, but modified. It's not
you
just meat.
You did not tell me Olympian last week. You said carnivore.
I'll even prove it to you. And I said some of these vegetables that I love to eat or that I want to eat. Hang on, listen.
I'm gonna look it up.
I said I'm gonna juice them.
No, I don't remember you saying that.
I said these.
When did you say it? On the podcast?
On the podcast, dude.
Okay, we'll go back and check because I know for a fact that when I came in, you said carnivore.
No, I did.
Because where else would I get carnivore?
Because I did use the word carnivore. Exactly. I said.
See, Alexander, yes, you did.
Hey, man. Hey, man.
He did, right? Alexander, he said carnivore diet.
I did not say... No,
what?
You didn't. There you go.
What do you mean? He didn't say carnivore diet?
I said I'm on the Olympian, and you're like, well, what is that? I go, it's like a.
He said, okay, Alexander, you were here last week. He said Olympian diet.
I said it's like the carnivore diet, but vegetables, fruits and vegetables. I go, but then there's only so much vegetables that I can eat, so I'm planning on juicing some of the vegetables and then just downing like that. That's what I said. I've been on the Olympian diet for it's a book I read. It's about
When did you read
something.
It's about something.
Something. I'm still traumatized from the times that she took my book. But anyways, it was...
every time you see words, you're like...
Every time I see a book, I'm like, Maria. And then so it was that. I've been on it and I've been leaner. And not only that, when I have the other stuff, that's not those 3 main things. Oh, and lots of water. And when whatever.
He's not a raisin, guys. If you go into our previous podcast from earlier in the year... We used to, yes, he did say carnivore diet. Thank you, Alexander. I appreciate
Alexander, you can log off now if you want.
I'm like this guy. I get whiplash for what you say. Anyway, you're a great coach. It's just when it comes to things that you tell me about you, I'm like, you don't listen to your own advice.
He's
great at helping others, not so much himself.
I will watch the entire last week's episode and then I will have clips. And I'm like, see? Now, if I did say carnivore diet, then I am not showing anything.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, shock is not a healthy diet you want to lean on. Exactly. I agree with you. I didn't say it. I will go back. I will watch the video. And if I did say it, I'm not showing you anything. But if I said it, it'll be all over your face next week.
I mean, like this.
And Mike, what's up with that pineapple, dude?
Oh my gosh. Anyway, guys, oh my gosh, it's 11:07. We are so grateful. Thank you for being here and catching this episode with us. Any last thoughts?
My last thoughts is I learned I should filter my thoughts before I say anything. This was incredibly embarrassing.
100%.
I did not mean how it was supposed to sound when the words first came out of my mouth.
The shock that I experienced.
That was meant for Mike. That was not for
what we don't Miguel, let's just drop it. You don't have to even
I want to make sure that my allegiance is to Mike. That's emo coconuts.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here with us. We will catch you next time on Monday. And please follow all our social media accounts right on the top there.
Absolutely. Make sure you like, follow, share, subscribe, everything from Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. And make sure you subscribe, share, post everything you like. We love you so much.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. Talk to you guys later.